Hey, welcome back to Bassboxing.Outdoors. Uh, Today I'm gonna do a little crazy painting. Some of y'all said y'all wanted to see it, and some of y'all said y'all didn't. So, for the ones of y'all that don't want to watch it, y'all don't have to. I'm also doing every other Sunday giveaway. So congratulations to the winner. If that's all you want to see is just the giveaway, skip to the end of the video and you will see who won. Be sure to get a hold of me within 24 hours to claim your prize. Also, be sure to email me at bassboxing.outdoors@gmail.com or get a hold of me on Instagram at bassboxing.outdoors.com or get a hold of me on here. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Thanks for commenting. So yeah, today we're going to be painting. Alright, so a lot of y'all asked me to like kind of break down painting. I know there was a few that said, you know, like, will you show us how to actually paint it and stuff? So I'm going to do that. I am not no professional painter or anything like that, but I do consider myself decent. First off, what you want to do, whenever you get your blanks, they're going to be clear. You want to put your base coat on there, either white or black or gray, you know, unless you're going to do like a see-through body, like, you know, a bait that you can see through, and then you don't want to do that, because if you do it with the black or the white and then paint over it, you ain't going to be able to see through the bait anymore. So with that being said, next thing you want to do is, first thing, make sure you tape off your bill with the painter's tape, that blue tape, so that way you don't mess up your bill. And then rub the bait down with alcohol or something like that to get anything off there that might smudge the paint. This right here is called a helping hand. They use it for soldering, I believe, or welding or something like that. Anyways, you can get them offline for like $8, or you can go to Hobby Lobby and get them. And yeah, it basically holds the bait for you in different ways. That way you ain't got to hold it with your hand all the time. Makes it a little bit easier to hold it in place. Me, myself, I do 3 base coats. I do 3 layers of white. Every time you put down one layer, hit it with a blow dryer or let it air dry for a couple of minutes and then go over it again. And do that 3 times, that way you get a good base coat. That's just my opinion, that's how I do it. Also, you're going to want one of these. This right here is called a painter's cup. It's got a little hole right there. You spray your paint in there and stuff after you're done, whenever you get ready to clean it. Also, you're going to want something to hold water in, that way you can clean it out and also add it to your paint. This is my paintbrush. It's nothing fancy. It's a cheap one, but it is a good one. I got it off Amazon. It had one of the best ratings, and a lot of people use them. It's called a Go Cheer, and it has a compressor that comes with it. This is a small compressor. They do sell them with big portable, you know, like compressors that you can like set your PSIs and stuff like that on there if you want to really get into really painting big time. So so you need that. And then of course you're going to need your paints. Kratex is probably the best paint out there for painting baits. Almost everybody I've seen uses this, so I go by what they say, and they say this is the best kind of paint to use. You can use the cheaper brands, they just don't seem to flow through the gun as well as these do. No matter what, you're going to have to add water to them, at least in my opinion, because to me, if you add water to it, it comes out of the gun a little bit smoother. Just make sure you don't add too much water, because then it'll water the paint down and then it'll spray out everywhere and it'll be all runny and stuff. So So yeah, basically that's pretty much it. You always want to try to find stuff like this, little netting material. This come off of the side of a backpack. I cut it out, and that's how you get your shapes and stuff. You can buy like stencils, and they have like little designs on there. Let me see if I can find any. But anyway, here's the concept of a stencil. Basically, you cut it out into shapes and stuff. That way you can put it on the body and spray towards that body, and it makes that line or whatever, however you want to do it. Alright, so anyways, after you do that, between each color, clean your gun out with water, however, you know, make sure you spray it through the chamber. It pushes all that paint out and clean it out real good. Make sure to have your little rag on hand to dirty up. You're going to want these little clips. That way you can clamp stuff down. And also, you're going to want paintbrush, stir up paint. Yeah, so anyways, that's just the basics. So we'll just start there, and if y'all like this kind of stuff, we'll go more into detail about it. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to use these three colors today. This is fluorescent green, fluorescent yellow, and fluorescent hot pink. And see, it says on there, airbrush colors. That's another thing. And I've noticed that putting it in my thing, it's supposed to run through there, and it will, but it kind of has a hard time coming out. I don't know if it's because my needle's not big enough or what, but so I just add like 2 drops of water in there, and it'll break it down, and it'll spray through real good. So anyways, trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, what color. Like I said, this is not going to be anything special. I'm just going to show y'all a basic little paint job, show you the whole fun of doing it. Alright, so we are going to paint the base of this over the white in this right here, fluorescent yellow. And I'm not going to show y'all me painting the whole thing the whole time. I will pause it, finish it up, but I will kind of show you the basics of it. So basically, here's your gun. You know, put quite a bit of it in there, not a whole lot, because a little bit goes a long ways. And then you can use either alcohol or water. Alcohol dries faster. That's the reason why I don't like it. So then you're basically just going to add you a little drop of water. Water dries slower. I would rather it dry slower than faster, and then it get everywhere. And then you can't get it off in time. It'll dry up in your brush too quicker if you do it that way. So anyways, let's start on this. You can hold your hand up there and press this button, and it'll mix that paint for you too with that water. And then basically you want to spray it down here on a paper towel or whatever until you can see your colors come out. Make sure it ain't water. So here's your bait. And then all you're going to do is go over that. The bait with your color that you chose. Until you get the whole bait covered. And just remember, a little goes a long ways. So, and just make sure you cover up that whole bait. And see, y'all can see now it's starting to turn color. Alright, so I'm going to put it on pause until I finish this color up. So there's what we got now that it's been 3 coats. Now you're going to take your little blow dryer. That's all you do. And see, now you got your fluorescent yellow, and then you got your little bit of paint that's left in there. A lot of people just dump it, but I don't. This stuff is too expensive to dump it. If you have a lot left, I recommend pouring it back in there. It doesn't hurt. Even with you adding the water to it, it ain't gonna hurt it, because you're gonna water it down even more whenever you put it back in there anyways. So, and also get you some marbles. Drop you a marble in there. That's what makes that clicking. It'll mix that paint up real well. Alright, so now we're gonna clean this. And you want your paint to break down and kind of look basically like milk, like the texture of milk. You don't want it too runny, but you don't want it too thick either, or it won't spray through the gun. And then basically you just hold this when you put your water in there, and then dump that. And then you take your little rag, wipe out the inside of that, get all that paint out of there. Because the least little bit of paint that's in there will mix with the other paint, and you'll end up with a totally different color than what you wanted. And this right here is for whenever you, I use Windex to kind of clean mine out. Take you a little bit of Windex, it'll eat that paint that's in the inside. Let it sit in there for a second. And you ain't got to do this after every one. Just, you know, when you start seeing it get dirty down in there, then that's where this comes in handy. Spray that down in there. And then once you're done with that, take and wipe it out again. And then add you a little bit more water in there. To get the rest of that out. And then turn your gun back on. Spray it down on that piece of paper or whatever you're using to catch the paint underneath the bait, and finish spraying it out. And if you see any more left in there, just repeat the step and back pump it, and then that usually gets the rest of it out of there. And if you ever have a problem where your paint's not coming out, that usually means that there's paint dried up on your needle, especially if you know that you've got it thin enough. Then it's usually the paint dried up on your needles because you let it sit there too long. So next up, we're going to go with the fluorescent green. Make sure this is dry. That's why I said you want to make sure you use a blow dryer. Make sure it's dry. And once it's dry, you take that bait off there. And we're going to wrap this bait in this little netting material. And this right here is how you're going to get your pattern. You're going to take you some clips, and you want to make sure it's tight. Because if it's not tight, then they're going to slide all over the place, and then you're going to end up with a totally different look than what you thought that you were going to end up having. And then basically you just take these little clips and you just keep on going down the back, pushing it away. Really don't have to worry about the bottom, unless you're going to do the whole bait in the same pattern. So basically it's mainly just getting it up on top and on the sides, because that's what you're going to be painting the pattern. And once you get it good and tight, you just clamp it back on here, just like that. And see, mainly I'm just going to go around the top and on the sides, and you're going to end up with that pattern. So now we're going to go with the green. And also, a lot of these guns require that you, after about 30 minutes of use, you need to let them cool down for about 15 minutes. So make sure you do that or it'll blow up. And then basically you're just going to go right over that pattern with your green. And remember to go side to side or back and forth, however. Don't sit there and spray in the same spot over, you know, just sitting there, because it'll get too heavy and then it'll start caking up. So it's better to just, you know, go over it a couple of times with whatever color you're using and go back through, because like I said, I do 3 coats. You don't have to, but that's what I do. So now I'm going to add a little bit of water to kind of thinning it up. I do about 3 drops. And that's where this right here comes in handy. You can mix it up this way, or you can do it the other way. Alright, so once I get done with these coats, I'll be right back with y'all. Alright, so now we got it on our coat, and y'all can see that it's turned green and partially yellow. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of, after you dry this off, you want to dry it with that netting still on there. Now we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of hot pink to it. Like I said, I'm just spray painting this just to kind of show y'all how it is. It ain't supposed to look special or anything like that. Just kind of giving y'all an idea if y'all want to start doing y'all's own baits on how to do it. Because like I said, I've had a lot of people ask me how to do this. Alright. And like I said, to remember, you know, every 30 minutes or so to let your gun cool off. If not, you'll have problems, because I've already messed one up. I had to order a new one. So now we're going to add some pink. And add a little bit of water. Look good. Stir that up. Mix it up real good inside the gun, and then now you should be able to start painting and put the little lot of pink. We're not going to do a whole lot of pink. I'm just going to do it kind of towards the underbelly. Kind of give it that bright color underneath. since fish like to hit that bright colored. Alright, so anyways, here's what I'm kind of looking at right here. And so anyways, once I get done with this and dry it off, I'll be right back. Alright, so here's where we're at. Right here. Now I'm going to blow dry this, and then we're going to pull that off, and we're going to see what it looks like. Alright, so now once you make sure it's completely dry, you can take it off. If you try to remove it while it's wet, everything's going to mess up on there, so make sure you do it when it's dry. Let's see what we come up with. Oh, that looks pretty good. Alright. And see, that's what you come up with. You got that little bright color. I added a little bit of pink right up here on the top. And that's how you do it. You got that orange and chartreuse. This right here would work really good in, you know, dirty water or clear water, really. If you're looking to sight fish, there you go. And that's, like I said, all you have to do is find some kind of material that you can use that's cloth. And if you ever hear the thing about the dryer lint or the dryer sheet works, it doesn't. It'll glue to your bait and you won't be able to get it off. I tried it. So, anyways, I think that turned out pretty cool looking. Y'all let me know what y'all think. So yeah, all that'll be left now is to put the clear coat on it, which I'm not going to do because I have to do it outside. You'll put the clear coat on it with the eyes already in it. Make sure you put their eyes on first and super glue them down. Take off the tape and then do your clear coat and then let it dry for a couple of days and it'll be ready. So there you go, and that's how you do it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and congratulations to the winner. Like I said, get a hold of me and we'll do that. So to start the new giveaway, let's see, what are we gonna do? The entry for the new giveaway will be, what is your favorite type of fishing to do? Is it top water, spinnerbait, worm, you know, whatever that is. So to get into the next Sunday's giveaway, leave a comment with whatever type of fishing you like to do, top water, spinnerbait, crankbait, whatever, and leave that for your comment for your next for the next week. Congratulations to the winner. Get a hold of me and I'll tell you what numbers you have left to choose from, and we'll go from there and I'll get that package sent out to you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment. Let me know if y'all like this kind of stuff. If y'all do, I'll do some more. I won't let it overrun the channel, but I can do it every now and then. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a blessed day.